I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update on my vegetable garden. Rather than take a few photos, I thought I'd show you something. Now just hang on a second and I'll open up my fridge, and if we can get it in here without the camera going crazy. Look at that! There's a big tomato and two little ones! Yay! And I've got pride of place in the fridge too. So, how about we go and have a look at my veg garden so you can see how it's changed. Now, I'm going to try and do this in one take, so excuse me if I fall over or go out of focus for a while. So, let's go down here and have a look. Our veg garden is starting to actually produce, which is great. I'm going to show you that right now. I'll start it off with how I first attracted the bees. Now this is starting to look a little bit sad, but I've got some petunias there and some marigolds. Now they're all but gone. That's fine, they did their job, they attracted the bees. But next to that I've got some chives, and I'm already harvesting those. I've got some garlic chives, which is pretty nice. But let's go back and have a look at some of the other stuff. This is where it gets interesting. Okay, down here we have got what have we got there? Some chilies. Some more chilies, more chilies, and more chilies. Let's have a look at the Cayenne Peppers first. These are pretty interesting. Look at the size of those Cayenne Peppers there. They're huge. And if you have a look in there, if the camera focuses, I've got some hot chilies. They're green still, but they're starting to look pretty good there. There's quite a few of them. There's a few flowers there and a few chilies starting on the next bush, but the one down the back's a bit munted, a bit slow. These are capsicum, and flowers have just popped out, so I'm expecting capsicums on these very, very shortly. Another capsicum down the back. And here we go with our eggplants. Now down the back you can see there's a lot of flowers popping out, and I don't know if you can see it down there at the bottom. There is an eggplant, a purple eggplant, but this one in front is easier to see. Let's just have a look down here. If you come down here you can see there's masses of eggplants inside there. They're about half grown, looking forward to them. This eggplant at the front here, that's one of those big black ones or purple ones, hasn't happened yet. Lettuce, well, it grows faster than what we can eat it. This is about the third batch I've actually had in the lettuce. But this is what I want to show you. Our tomatoes. Now have a look how big that is. It stands about 2 meters tall, above the trellising as well. But there's tomatoes everywhere. All be them green, there's tomatoes everywhere. You can see them. I'll pop around the side here, and they're still popping out flowers. See that? Tomatoes, tomatoes, and there's lots of them. Some going red down there. You can see more tomatoes here, more tomatoes, some Roma tomatoes there, and some more down the bottom. Lots of cherry tomatoes. Wow. Truss tomatoes, very exciting. And up the top I've actually got Lebanese cucumbers, and they're just starting to flower. And fruit. Won't be long before we'll be having Lebanese cucumbers. Now let's go for a walk down to all the plant pots. And I'll show you what's happening down here with all the plant pots. And we've filled up the side of our fence with all kinds of things. There's rock melons, there's leeks there, there's celery, I don't know what those are. There's a whole heap of seedlings there of different types. French coriander, some parsley, rosemary. We're actually already harvesting the coriander, parsley and rosemary. We've planted a passion fruit which is starting to go pretty crazy. It's actually growing up around all over the trellis work that we actually put up for it. But going down here we've got some Christmas chilies. You can see that, and there's starting to pop out chilies there too, see? Obviously I'm going to be putting those out for Christmas and giving to people. Another passion fruit vine here that's just starting to take off. Lots of seedlings. Alright, what have we got here? We've got zucchini, celery, more zucchini, and you can have a look there. You can see the zucchinis are starting to grow, which is great. We've got spring onions, already harvesting those. More zucchinis. Good gracious, more zucchini, and there's broccoli in there as well. More shallots, silver beet, beetroot, and right down here we have got broccoli. Now that's an awful lot of pot plants, so we haven't got enough room to put all that outside in the garden beds, so how are we going to put it? Alright, I decided to make a greenhouse. Alright, so here is the greenhouse. You can see it there. It's down the side of the house, goes all the way down to where the hot water system is. But to put all of these plants in this greenhouse, I'm going to make 6 raised garden beds. Now I've got one nearly finished here, just about ready to put the legs on it and then put the framework in, so and then I've got all the timber to make 5 more. So that is how we're going to be self-sufficient. Well, if you can find a way of growing chickens in an environment, we'll be doing that too. So that's my update.